All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for renting our 2019 E53 AMG. We're going to go through the check-in process on how we do that. So you got our beautiful car here for you guys to rent. You'll see the lockbox on here. What you'll do is you'll just pull that down, punch in this code. Cool. We'll cut that there so we don't show you the code. Once we got it, we got to open this thing up. Cool. Now we got the key and open our car. Once we got the car open, we're gonna get this thing started. Once we got it started, we're just gonna crack this window a little bit. And we can put that right in here. All right, so here we got our, check this off. So let's go through the functions of our 2019 E53 AMG. So when we first start, we got that little me thing. We're just gonna press that little button there to get out of that. And then we got all our Bluetooth and stuff here. You can manually move that with the home button. And this is like our little mouse right here to do all the stuff, connect your phone, all that stuff, media. And then this will be your back button. We obviously have our volume here, call buttons here. And then we have our cruise control on, off, set, all that good stuff. Then we have our lights. We usually leave this on auto. Keep that all running as according to the daytime and nighttime. All right. And then very simple to operate. Usually right on this column here, we're just going to press the brake, go down for D into drive. And then we can move forward. We press this little silver button right here for park, to park it. And then obviously we're going to kick that all the way up for reverse. And then we can see our cameras back us up, and we got our overhead camera as well. And we're just going to park that. And if for some reason we ever have to go into neutral, what we'll do is we'll press the brake and then we'll do a half click, and that'll go right into neutral, and you can see that there. But we're not going to keep this in neutral. We're going to put this back into park, and that is that. Right here we have a full connectivity for Apple CarPlay. We're just going to plug this into our phone, make sure that's all good and working. And then here we got the center console. All right, to work the air, we can go onto auto. We can work the temperature right here. Very simple, smooth and easy. All right, and we got the CarPlay kicking in. And if we want to lower the fans and do this manually, we can just hit this button right here until it goes off. Okay, these blue and red ones will increase or decrease the temperature, and then we can recycle the air with that button there. And then here we have our dynamic switch that can put us into sport mode, sport plus. Comfort is very nice because this is a very smooth ride. And then we have this button, which is our manual button, so we can just use the paddle shifters here, but we'll keep that off. And this will engage our sports suspension. And let's leave the traction control on, guys. So, and then on the other side here, we got our volume control. I know some people probably press this down by accident and they can mute it, but if you push that again, it comes back on. This is the power button to turn on and off the screen if God forbid you want to just shut the screen off and hang out in here with no light. But let's put that back on. And then we have our automatic shut off because it's the hybrid motor and works on electric too. And this is our overhead camera, so we'll just manually leave this on. And if God forbid you ever need anything, we have all of our Turo information here. If somebody hits you or you hit them, we got everything right here. Just follow directions on that. And then, yeah, we got our sunroof, which will be one click back, one full click, wait for this thing to rise up, and then it's gonna go all the way back, cool. But if it's too hot of a day, you wanna close it, we could just one full push forward, and that will close that. Next, if it's a really hot day and we want the shade, we're just gonna do that. Another click forward once it stops moving, and then we'll get this to engage. And then also we have the shade button for the rear, which is this button right here, which that just turned it off. Well, let's turn that shade back on because it is hot right now. And yep, that's it. It's pretty cool. And if we want to mess with the gauges on this, we can use this little trackpad to see how much range we got, how many miles we went, all that stuff like that. All right, but I like generally keeping it on how many miles you got so you guys know how many miles you went during the ride. And then like this is the back button and this is the home button, but we generally like to keep it the way it is, just like that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on the Turo app, and we'll be more than happy to help you to with anything else. Oh, and let's not forget, we also got heated seats, cooled seats, all that good stuff. And we adjust the seats right on the doors, on both doors, guys. Enjoy the ride. This is a nice car. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. Thank you so much. And also we have the trunk lid right here. We'll just pull that back to see that trunk lid pop up. And then if we want to close it, we could just get out and have these buttons right here on the top of the trunk lid to either lock it and close it or just close it. And we'll just close that up right there. And that is that. Also, guys, when you see this thing pop up, you're just going to go through the mouse pad right here and click that to knock that off. So we want to mess with this stuff at night on this screen right here. It looks pretty cool with the illumination. I love it. This little round thing here is what's going to make it go up and down, left and right. Also this back button here too. Pretty cool. So let's see if we want to scroll with that. We could do that. We can also click this up in one way here, down, left, right, all that good stuff. But we're just going to come here and play with this here and go to the phone. Get a little music going. But yeah,